You're listening to Salem Lions basketball on WSLM 97.9 FM. Buckle in for exciting high school basketball action here on WSLM.
Stay tuned for the John Jones pregame show. Radio. I'm Roger Pennington, along with my partner Tom Falk. As tonight we come to you from the Lloyd E. Scott Gymnasium in Seymour, Indiana, where the Salem Lions are going to take on the Seymour Owls in a non-conference matchup. Tom been off the radio for about 2 weeks. We had a couple of snow days with the big winter snowstorm, 13 inches officially at Radio Ridge. That came from Becky. She just gave us that updated snow total. Yeah. So the Lions have been off for quite a while. That was before New Year's Day. We played at the Forest Park tournament, right down in Forest Park. The Lions went 0-2 down there. Kind of a disappointing tournament, and I'm sure Coach Nice would even agree. Not the expectations that he had for the Lions down at Forest Park, Tom.
It was a struggle, and we got a chance to redeem ourselves tonight. Took place. I think Seymour's record 4-5, but some of their losses have been to some really, really good ball clubs. I looked at their roster. They don't look overwhelmingly tall or big. Got a few 6'3" guys, a couple 6'2" guys. But I think we kind of match up with them, Roger.
Yeah, this is the John Jones pregame show on the home of the Salem Lions WSLM. And let's talk about Seymour real quick, Tom. They come into this basketball game 4-5, as you said. They're members of the Hoover Hills Conference, which is extremely competitive, very competitive. And pretty much any athletic sport, boys and girls both, a very good basketball conference. The Owls come in 4-5. They have wins over Thornton Central, a team that the Lions will see within the next 2 weeks. Franklin, Martinsville, and Bloomington North. So they are coming off a big win against Bloomington North, and anytime you can defeat a Bloomington team, whether it's North or South, you have done something.
That's Bloomington up here at the heart of basketball in the state of Indiana, and you know, like you said, Raj, anytime you can beat a Bloomington North or Bloomington South team, you've accomplished something. You know, I think they played New Albany down to the wire. So, you know, New Albany's got a really good ball club.
Yeah, the Owls lost to the New Albany Bulldogs 53-46. That was on New Year's Eve.
Right.
That was a home game here in Seymour, so a very competitive game in that game. The Owls are coached by Kurt Mann, who is a Michigan State alumni. He was a runner-up in Mr. Basketball in 1986.
North Judson High School, the North Judson Blue Jays.
So Coach Mann brings a lot of experience here and a lot of basketball knowledge. He's in his 6th year here at Seymour. He's 65 and 57. It's in his 16th year in high school basketball in the state of Indiana. He's 193 and 145. So he has a lot of basketball games that he's coached in, Tom.
Yeah, he's been on the big stage as being a player and now a coach. So I'm sure he brought a lot of experience to his team. Well coached, usually very physical. When we've played them a couple times, and when I was helping Coach Malloy, and they're a very physical team.
Well, having played at Michigan State is known year in and year out as one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. And with Coach Izzo taking over from Coach Heacoach, both of those coaches really preach going to the glass hard, and you won't find a team that plays more physical than the Michigan State Spartans. And I know that physicality is something that Coach Manns has brought here at Seymour.
Oh, Judd Heathcote, he's a legend. Coached Magic Johnson, Greg Kelser. I believe he won in 1979. They defeated the Michigan State Spartans, defeated the Indiana State Sycamores and Larry Bird. That is, I still think today, the most watched or highest watched as far as viewed college basketball game ever.
Yeah, 1979. I definitely remember watching that game. I was a huge Larry Bird fan as well. And let's face it, Michigan State had a much better supporting cast than the Indiana State and the Indiana State Sycamores did.
Larry couldn't carry it the whole year. He carried it all the way and got them there but, you know, two of the greats played in that game, the Magic and the Birdman. And they revived the NBA.
Yeah, they saved the NBA. That was a very pivotal time in the history of the National Basketball Association. This is the John Jones pregame show. We'll be right back with more of our pregame after this.
Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute. Hello and welcome to John Jones Auto Group, where we're ringing in the new year. Here at John Jones Auto Group, we're ready to help you achieve your New Year's resolution. New year, new you, new car. Tired of the troubles your old ride was giving you last year? Well, that was in the past. Make it a point to upgrade your vehicle and ride into the new year with something safe and dependable. We have one of the largest inventories in southern Indiana and several locations for you to shop from. Or you can see all of our vehicles online at johnjonsautogroup.com. Or give us a call today at 877-473-5546. Stop by and see us today in Salem, Scottsburg, Greenville, or Corydon. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
And back here on the John Jones pregame show, Salem Lions basketball on WSLM. Let's talk about the Salem Lions, Tom. The Lions coming to this game 3-6, having lost their last two basketball games at the Forest Park Holiday Tournament there. They lost to Winchester 63-42 in the morning session, and then came back and played in the consolation game and were beaten by North Knox 57-46. Valiant effort, though, in that North Knox game. Lions got down by almost, I think it was 18 at one point, and they fought back to make that really close. So Salem did finish on a strong note, just could not push it over the finish line and get that fourth win of the season.
Well, I think, you know, we had this discussion on the way home that if there had been another quarter, if there had been a fifth quarter, I think we'd have won the ball game.
Yeah,
we actually cut it to like 5 or something like that, and just couldn't get over the hump.
Had a really bad first half. I think we had one of those 4 or 5 point quarters. I think maybe the second quarter we scored 4 or 5 points, and then the Lions kind of turned it on there at the end, but just a little too late there. And, yeah, I think if the Lions had another quarter, I think the Lions were definitely playing better there. They might have pulled that one out. But nevertheless, the Lions come in 3-6 with wins over Mitchell, Eastern, and New Washington. The Lions won 2 in a row there, beating a good Blue Jackets team, and then going to New Washington and kind of mopping up a little bit there with the Mustangs. Mustangs a little bit undermanned there. Salem looked really good in that basketball.
We did look good in that game. We looked good in the Mitchell game. And, you know, I think at Forest Park we're such past now. It's been a week or so, maybe a week and a half. That was a good opportunity to pick up a win or two.
Yeah,
in that tournament.
And this is going to be an interesting game to see how Salem comes back and responds after those 2 losses. And then with the extended period of time off, that's just more time you're spending in gym practicing. And let's face it, when you get to this point in the season, you know, you're kind of practiced down a little bit because you've been going hard since, you know, the middle of fall, playing against the same guys every day in practice. So it's hard to keep the motivation level up. So I'm sure these guys are ready to get out and play here tonight after being off almost 2 weeks. Let's look at the Mid-Southern Conference real quick, Tom. We like to check in every week and see how the conference looks. Right now, Brownstown continues to lead the Mid-Southern Conference along with Silver Creek and Corydon. The Corydon Central Panthers, that's a surprise this year for the Corydon Central Panthers. All 3 of those teams are 3-0. Yeah. Brownstown is still undefeated. They're 9-0. Silver Creek's 12-1. Corydon 9-2.
Corydon's coached by little Joe Hinn is what I call him. Coach Hinn's son. And, of course, I need to say also it's Angie Hinn's boy, because she's doing, 1 or 2 state finals for state titles with the girls. She might be the best coach in the family. I don't know.
Could be. The Lions are 0-1 in conference play. Only 1 conference game so far for the Lions, Tom. So the second half of the Lions' schedule is a conference-heavy schedule. Lions, of course, lost to the Brownstown Central Braves in the second game of the season. That's the only conference game for the Lions. Let's look at the Hoosier Hills Conference real quick. Columbus East and New Albany lead the Hoosier Hills. They are both 2-0. Seymour Owls are 0-3 in the conference. So 3 of their 5 losses have come against conference basketball teams. And, of course, the Owls are 4-5 overall. Take a quick look at the AP basketball polls. We've been checking those every week, Tom. In Class 4A, I've noticed that Jeffersonville has fallen out of the top 20. They were as high as number 8 at one time. They've slipped out. They must have had a few losses here since the holiday break. New Albany Bulldogs are 7-1. They're number 13 in the state in 4A. When we go to 3A, Silver Creek is up to number 3, Tom. Brownstown finally back in the top 10. They're number 6. The Braves
are moving up.
Yeah, the Braves are 9-0. They were number 1 when they played Salem.
There's something going on with that. We need to find out, really.
Yeah.
We keep saying that. We need to check and see what's happened. Maybe somebody got hurt or something.
Yeah, Brownstown is back up to number 6 in the Class 3A poll. Southridge is number 8. Princeton number 13. That rounds out Southern Indiana teams in 3A. Looks like at 2A. Linton is number 5. They're 8-1. Providence 8-1. That's a team that the Lions could potentially see in the sectional, right? And Forest Park is 11-2. They're number 11 at 8-2, and they did win that invitational tournament that we just played in. Yes, Forest Park, very good basketball team. Class Single A, Orleans Bulldogs have lost 2 games. They're 5-2 now, Tom. They were 5-0 the last time that we checked in.
They lost those 2 over the Christmas break
and a tournament. So Orleans falls to number 3. They're 5-2. Christian Academy is number 10. They're 8-3. Rock Creek is number 13. They're 7-3. And Northeast Du Bois is number 15. They're 6-3. That rounds out Southern Indiana teams. Speaking of the Orleans Bulldogs, that is going to be a game that will be made up, Tom. We lost 2 games. We lost a road game against Orleans that will be made up, and we lost a home game against Crawford County that will be made up. And we'll look at Salem's schedule real quick and let you know when those games will be. The Orleans game will be made up on January the 28th. That is at Orleans. And then the Crawford County game will be made up on February 25th. And that's a home game for the Lions. So at least the Lions get to make up those 2 games. It'll be nice to see the number 1 team in the state. I don't know how well that might turn out. But anytime you get it, well, they're not the number 1 team anymore. They're number 3. But still, a very good Orleans Bulldogs squad. The Lions will get a chance to play. And then, of course, Crawford County is a team the Lions beat last year. That's a very winnable game for the Lions. That's a home game. So it'll be nice to get that.
Yeah, that's just put a little plug in. That's going to be youth night. It was supposed to be this past Saturday against Crawford. Of course, the snow had other plans for us. But for you that are listening on the radio, if you've got a child that plays in the Park and Rec in the Lions basketball league, that will be the rescheduled youth night. And that is February the 25th. Well, if they wear the jersey, they get in for free. And we're going to announce the name, and they're going to run out on the old Everett floor and take prize in Lion basketball.
So let's make sure we have a big turnout of Lions faithful there to come out and support all of our youth athletes as well. This is the John Jones pregame show. We'll be right back with more after this break.
This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute. Hello and welcome to John Jones Auto Group, where we're ringing in the new year. Here at John Jones Auto Group, we're ready to help you achieve your New Year's resolution. New year, new you, new car. Tired of the troubles your old ride was giving you last year? Well, that was in the past. Make it a point to upgrade your vehicle and ride into the new year with something safe and dependable. We have one of the largest inventories in southern Indiana and several locations for you to shop from. Or you can see all of our vehicles online at johnjonsautogroup.com. Or give us a call today at 877-473-5546. Stop by and see us today in Salem, Scottsburg, Greenville, or Corydon. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
Back here on the John Jones pregame show, Seymour High School, Lloyd E. Scott Gymnasium. Salem Lions taking on the Seymour Owls tonight in a non-conference Tuesday night matchup. A pretty good crowd here for a Tuesday night, Tom. This is a very historic gymnasium that we're sitting in here. A lot of important basketball games have been played here. This place seats about 100 people. So you can imagine you've got a gymnasium that's probably a quarter way full, and you've got a pep band that's got, I'm going to guess 40 to 45 members. They've got a really good pep band here, so you're going to hear them in the background all night.
It's probably the best pep band that nothing against ours, because we do a fantastic job. But as far as I shouldn't say the best, it has the most kids in it that we've seen. They've got a ton of kids.
They've got a lot of kids out in their pep band here. So, a good atmosphere, even though this is a non-conference matchup against 2 teams that are yet to get over that 500 mark. This is an important game for both teams. I mean, Seymour coming back after a couple of nice wins over a Bloomington North basketball team and taking on a team that they probably feel like they can handle. But this is a chance for the Lions to show that they can play with the Hoosier Hills Conference team, and anytime you get that opportunity, you want to show out well here.
Right. You want to give it your best shot and just perform. And you know, the effort has got to be there. You can control your effort. A lot of things in life that you can't control, but you can control attitude and effort. And we just need both. That builds character.
And I think the keys to the game, Tom, will be, as they always are for us, but I think one of the things that we've noticed that, you know, the Lions have not shot free throws very well at all. We have really struggled to get to the line, and when we get there, I think we shot 50% in that North Knox game, and I think that really hurt the Lions in that basketball game. We had a lot of opportunities and just could not make free throws down the stretch. You know, we would get fouled, and we'd make, you know, one or two in critical situations that we can cut into the lead with the clock stop. So I know that's one thing that Coach Knight has talked about all year. And it's not that these guys aren't shooting. We've talked about it. They all put the time in. But during the game, it just seems like they're not falling for the line.
A lot of it's focus. And, you know, and I've said that Coach Knight, if you follow Salem basketball any at all, was probably one of the best shooters to ever come through Salem. He can knock down shots. So the shooter is able to teach other kids how to shoot. So I know he's working with them, and I know he's doing everything possible that you possibly can. But they're just not falling. And that's something that we can control tonight is make our foul shots.
Well, let's see if the Lions can come out, get off to a good start. Not a huge crowd here, so I wouldn't say that this is an intimidating atmosphere from the standpoint of a big crowd here. And when this gym has, you know, even a couple thousand people in it, seems empty because it's so big. And so you get a lot of echo in here. It's almost like we were talking earlier in that junior varsity game. It was almost like a scrimmage game.
Yeah, it was.
Because, you know, not that there wasn't a good crowd, but this is just such a big building. It's really hard to get that energy unless you've got it packed. And I've seen it packed here, and you have too.
I've seen it. One of my fondest memory of it was we went and watched New Albany play Franklin Central, and Romeo was either a freshman or a sophomore. Might have been a sophomore, and he jumped and got the tip and spun, and they did an alley-oop, and I'll never forget it. And I mean, he slammed it off the alley-oop, off the jump ball, the opening tip, and it was just, man, it was awesome. And the place was packed. I mean, it was packed.
About 3 minutes to go here before the starting lineups and the opening tip-off this basketball. Let's talk about Salem's schedule upcoming here. Line's going to be very busy these next 2 weeks, Tom. A lot of games in a very short amount of time. After tonight's game, the Lions go on the road to play the Scottsburg Warriors. That's on Friday night, January the 17th. On January 24th, the Lions will be home against the Portland Central Panthers. The 25th, they'll be at North Harrison. That's the Harrison County weekend that the Lions always play. So we have Portland at home, who's an much-improved basketball team, and then a road game at North Harrison. North Harrison is really struggling this year. I think they're 1-8 this year. So that's a game the Lions can definitely be in. We definitely want to see how we're going to perform down at North Harrison. Then on January 28th will be the makeup game with the Orleans Bulldogs. That's at Orleans. And then January 31st, we have a conference game against Austin. So 5 games here in the next about 12 days for the Lions. So
we will be busy.
We will be busy, and all those games will be on WSLM. We hope everybody can tune in. This has been the John Jones pregame show. We're going to take one final time out, and we'll be back with the opening tip-off of this basketball game after this short message.
This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute. Hello and welcome to John Jones Auto Group, where we're ringing in the new year. Here at John Jones Auto Group, we're ready to help you achieve your New Year's resolution. New year, new you, new car. Tired of the troubles your old ride was giving you last year? Well, that was in the past. Make it a point to upgrade your vehicle and ride into the new year with something safe and dependable. We have one of the largest inventories in southern Indiana and several locations for you to shop from. Or you can see all of our vehicles online at johnjonsautogroup.com. Or give us a call today at 877-473-5546. Stop by and see us today in Salem, Scottsburg, Greenville, or Corydon. And remember, you see so many.
Okay, we're back here after our final timeout. This has been the John Jones pregame show on the home of the Salem Lions WSLM. Tom, we always like to talk about the serious history real quick. We didn't get this in real quick. Serious history between these two schools in the last 4 years. Seymour, 20 wins, Salem 10. So Seymour, I wouldn't say they dominated the series, but they do have 58-32. John Harold's prediction tonight. Seymour 65, Salem 32. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Just want to give an update on the junior varsity score. The junior varsity Owls beat the Salem junior varsity line 47-27. So that wraps up our pregame show. We're going to get a quick timeout here. We'll be back with starting lineup. This is Salem Lions basketball on the Sports Authority, WSLM.
McDonald's Gymnasium for tonight's game. It's time to introduce the starting lineup, and the crowd is on their feet, and they're going wild. And here comes the new players. We've got the premium quarter pounders coming in tonight, alongside the chicken classic sandwiches. Playing forward tonight, we have got one-of-a-kind Nick Rapp. Guarding in hunger, it looks like we've got McDouble and McChicken coming in. And starting in the center court tonight will be Big Matt. Look on the sideline, folks. We have Chicken McNuggets cheering tonight alongside those golden delicious fries. Hot and always ready. You'll score points every time you bring the family into Salem McDonald's, right here on Main Street, before or after the game. Don't forget to top off your favorite meal with a cold soft drink, that famous Mickey D's sweet tea, or something from their full line of smoothies and McCafe coffee drinks. Order inside from 4 a.m. to 11, or get that one-of-a-kind taste 24 hours at the drive-thru. McDonald's, I'm loving it. After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapy. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
And we're back here on Lions Basketball, WSLM Radio. We're ready for starting lineups here between the Seymour Owls and the Salem Lions. Tom, we're ready to get this thing underway. Let's see how Salem comes back from those two losses in that Forest Park tournament. And we'll look at the starting lineups here. First for the Lions, at one guard, number 3, Peyton Shockey. At another guard, number 5, a 5'9" sophomore, Carson Albertson. At a third guard, number 11, 5'11" junior, Evan Lloyd. Going with 3 guard lineup tonight. And at one forward, number 14, at the 6'2" senior, Jackson Bruff. And at the other forward, number 23, a 6'3" junior, Braxton Dean. The Lions are coached by Jalen Knight. So that's the first time we've seen that lineup. Adam Ball not in the lineup tonight. I noticed that. So going with a 3-guard look and 6'2" and 6'3" across the front line. Seymour not an overly tall basketball team, Tom. The tallest player is 6'3", so lines match up pretty well size-wise with the line. At one guard, number 1, a 6'1" senior, Brady Hart. At the other guard, a 5'10" junior, number 2, Nate Rich. At a third guard, number 3, a 5'10" senior, Parker Thompson. At one forward, a 6'2" senior, number 5, Michael Brooks. And at the other forward, a 6'3" senior, number 23, Jalen Johnson. And the Owls are coached by Kirk Mann. So there you have it. They don't look very big. They're not very big, and not very big height-wise. I'm trying to see, they've got some kids that look like they spend a little time in the weight room as well, Tom. So we'll see how this thing matches up here. The Lions and the Owls ready to get underway here. Tuesday night basketball here on WSLM. Lions looking to get their 4th win of the season. The Owls looking to get their 5th. Seymour on a 2-game winning streak. The Lions are on a 2-game losing streak. Lions are going left to right on your radio dial. Jackson Bruff's going to tip it up against Johnson here. Officials are ready. Crowd kind of gets quiet here. This is real quiet. The quietest we've heard it here. And the ball's in the air, and the tip's going to be controlled by the Owls. Number 3 with the ball now, Thompson. Across the 10-second line, so I'm going to be in that 2-3 zone, Tom. We've seen that in the Mitchell game, and Coach Nice is pretty much stuck with it. He misses a little bit of man every now and then, but Lions have been a zone basketball team for the last 3 weeks. There's number 2 with the ball now. Pretty patient. Right underneath, number 5. He kicks it out quick to number 2. There's Hart with the first touch. Bush with the ball, dribbles right side. Thompson penetrates, kicks it back out now. So Harp, good defense by the Lions. They've got Albertson and Shockey up top of this 2-3 zone, and Bruff's playing the middle. Trish with the ball now. Up over to Hart, back to Trish. Thompson with it now. Very patient. They are patient. Johnson, and there's a nice dump into number 5, and he lays it in.
That's a good look inside by 23. Johnson.
First basket of the game goes to the Owls. 2-0 here. 7 minutes to go in this opening quarter here from Seymour High School. Shockey with the ball now. He dribbles to the right side, gets it to Lloyd. Evan looks underneath. They're double teaming Braxton there. Not going to let Dean catch it. And Lloyd comes off the screen. There, Carson obviously gets the ball over to him. Now underneath, there's a first turnover.
Yeah, we tried to force that ball inside. It wasn't there.
Trying to get it to Braxton, and just Lloyd just overthrew a little bit. First turnover of the game against the Lions. There's Thompson with the ball now. Over to Fritch.
Seymour's very patient. They're not going to settle for just the first opportunity to shoot.
Harp with the ball now. Seymour with the lead. 2-0 here. Just underway. 6:25 to go in this first quarter. Salem in a soft 2-3 zone, I would call it, Tom. Not a lot of ball pressure out there. There's number 5. There's a give and go to Thompson. He throws it up. Excuse me, that's Johnson.
I thought he might have traveled on
partially blocked, and
Shockey come out with it.
Shockey comes out with the basketball for the second possession for the Lions. You have to get a shot attempt up. Seymour's playing man-to-man. Shockey's going to run the point. Over to Albertson now. Got Jackson Bruff underneath. Couldn't get it to him. Ball tipped away, but Alberson's going to retrieve it. And pressure's all over him.
Yeah, pretty good pressure.
Braxton Dean way out high now. Gets it out to Shockey now. Dayton's going to redirect. Here comes Albertson on the right side. Shockey still dribbling. Count. I can't believe the count's not on. Finally, the official gets it on.
He might have been napping.
Albertson gets it. Back over. There's Dean way out the volleyball line.
We need to reset. We look a little bit confused.
And Braxton gets the Shockey. The line's reset. Albertson with the ball now on the weave. There's Lloyd with the ball. Shot fake. Back out to Braxton. Way out top. Nearly stolen away. He recovers and gets it back over to Shockey now. Lions have yet to put a shot up yet.
Shot yet. That's what I was getting ready to say, Rod.
There's Bluff with it on the baseline. He's cut off by Johnson and back out to Shockey now.
Might be a low-scoring game tonight, folks.
Yeah, you know, Seymour, I was looking at their scores, Tom, and they play a lot in the 40s. And there's the ball almost stolen away, picked up by Lloyd.
It was touched in the backcourt.
So 4:56 to go. Lions have yet to attempt a shot in this game. And Seymour not applying a lot of ball pressure, really.
No.
Just solid, fundamental man-to-man defense. There's Bruff with the ball to Albertson. Back to Lloyd, nearly knocked away there by Harp.
It seems like we're stalling unintentionally.
Yeah, I don't know if this is planned or if this is just the way the game's playing out, but Salem, you have to get on the board. You have to even attempt a shot. 2-0 here. Almost 4 minutes gone in this game, Tom. 4:29 to go here against 5. He had the count on. There's Dean with the ball now. Kicks it out to Lloyd. By Harp. There's Dean now. He throws up the baseline. That's going to be short. A quick rebound by Frisch. Then quickly up the floor comes Thompson.
I don't know that was the best shot that we could have had.
There's Johnson now. Nice give and go and an easy layup.
Same play twice
by Brooks. And a quick timeout called by Coach Nice. Yeah, that's just getting the ball in the short corner and then a cut and a layup.
Cutting straight line to the basket and little dish off for a layup.
So first timeout. We'll take time in to hear from the sponsor. This is Lions Basketball on WSLM.
Got land? Want cash? Vital Farms is here to help. Become an egg farmer and we'll set you up with our best-in-class support team. Teach you egg farming our way and compensate you fairly for the eggs you produce. Call 844-494-VITAL today to learn how you can transform tree-filled or underutilized land into cash flow for your family. Again, our number is 844-494-VITAL or apply online at vitalfarms.com/barbers.
We're back there after the 30-second timeout called by Salem. Adam Ball checks into the game along with KJ. Two starters that normally don't start, or that normally do start, that did start in the game for the Lions. Let's see if that helps with the offensive output for the Lions.
I think KJ can do some damage down under tonight. I really do.
Seymour, a little bit of a soft man press. They kind of back off after the ball's inbound. And Ball with the ball now. Lions only put up one shot so far. Braxton Dean with the
almost stepped out.
And almost a turnover. That's going to be a foul.
Yeah, number 2, which is
Frisch. That's the first foul of the basketball game, and it's on the Owls. Salem's going to inbound right in front of the scores table. 4-0. 3:51 to go in this first quarter here from Seymour High School.
Seymour's really pressuring the ball. Really good sticky defense, man-to-man.
And this is the first time they've really turned that pressure up.
They've turned it up a notch.
It was kind of a soft man there in that opening 4 minutes, but they've increased the pressure here. Ball with the ball now, his first touch. Back out to Dean.
They're
Way out
contesting every pass now.
There we go. Ball, nice.
So he got fouled.
And he got fouled on the floor. It was a nice back cut there by Adams. And a good find by Tate.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Good find by Wolf. Shocking.
So Shockey's going to trigger this inbound underneath the line basket. Then looking for their first basket, there's substitution number 10, Hawkins, into the game for Seymour.
Hawkins he looks like he could play
middle linebacker
or running back.
He's a 5'10 junior.
He's built pretty good, pretty physical, looks like to me.
Shockey's going to inbound here.
We're stalling. I don't know what the deal is.
Coach Mann's not happy with something. He hauls out some instructions, and they get it into KJ way out high. He gets to Shockey. Yeah, number 1, Harp has really turned up the pressure on Shockey.
He's defending.
There's Peyton with the ball now, knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Salem's basketball. 3:27 to go.
We're having a little trouble with their ball pressure. Having some issues trying to get.
We've got a whistle here. We're going to have an offensive foul. I think that might have been on Adam Mull. He was shaking his head. That's going to be the first foul against the Lions, and that was on Adam Mull. That was away from the ball. I don't know if he got tied up in a ball screen there.
Yeah, I was looking the other way, actually. That's the old referee excuse. I didn't see it.
Seymour with another possession. There's Hawkins with it, his first touch. Back out to Thompson.
We need to get a stop here.
And there's Tharp down to Frisch. There's number 5. He goes right back to the basket. He's got all 6 to the point.
Went right baseline. Nobody stepped over. Beat us to the baseline. Just did a reverse layup.
6-0 now. Seymour with the lead over the Lions.
KJ's got a height advantage.
Lions have only attempted 2 shots in this basketball game. Adam Mull now kicks it over to Lloyd.
Yeah, we got fouled on one of them. They called it on the floor. There it is. Get into KJ.
KJ gets it on the block.
Yeah, go.
Hawkins. Go. The double teaming. He kicks it back out to Shockey. 3-pointer. No good. And a rebound by Hawkins. By Johnson for the Owls. Johnson quickly up the floor now. Gets over the baseline. There's Hart. He penetrates the baseline. Back to Hawkins. Johnson, nice backdoor cut. And there's number 5.
He got all. He got all.
It's 8-0. Seymour over the Lions here. 2:25 to go in this first quarter. Adam Mull with the ball on the right side. KJ trying to get some position down there. Then he does catch it at the elbow.
Go to work, KJ.
Picks his dribble up, throws it over. That was lucky there. That was intended for Dean, and Lloyd stepped in and saved it. KJ way out high now. Penetrates on the baseline. Cut off. Kicks it back out to Shockey. Here's Braxton Dean. He's double team, triple team. Throws up the baseline jump shot.
No good.
And a rebound there by Hawkins. Quickly up the floor now. There's Harp.
They missed him.
There's Frisch with the ball now. There's Brooks.
They missed
turnaround jump shot, and he's got all 10 of the points for the Lions, and that's going to be another timeout called by Coach Knight. So we'll take time in to hear from another one of our sponsors. This is Lions basketball on WSLN.
Floyd County Tire is called. Big or small, big service all. They have the name brand tires, you know, to keep it cruising on down the road. They got tires for driving me. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Do Floyd County Tires does it right. Big or small, we service all. Do Floyd County Tires.
See your Michelin dealer today for the Michelin Defender tire. It's the tire that delivers what you want. Outstanding safety, more miles and fuel efficiency, all backed by an 80,000-mile limited warranty. Don't sacrifice. Ask for the Michelin Defender tire today at your local Michelin dealer. Find the right Michelin tire and get the expert service you deserve at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper, Davis County Tire and Supply in Washington, and Knox County Tire and Supply in Vincent. See manufacturer's limited warranty book for details.
Big or small, we service all. DuBois County Tire.
And back here after that timeout called by Coach Knight. 10-0. Seymour with the lead over the Lions here. 1:38 to go in the first quarter. Shockey with the ball, breaks the timeline. He's double teamed, and ball's taken right away by Johnson. He goes up. Oh, missed the dunk, but a rebound by Hart, and then it's blocked away by Dean.
Missed the throwdown.
Yeah, he had it and he missed it. There's a wide open three. First of the game, good by the foul. That's number 1, Hart. That's their first attempt at a 3-time. They've had their way in the paint.
Yeah.
13-0 here, football score in this first quarter. 1:10 to go, and that ball's thrown away. Thrown away by Brooks. Quickly up the floor. Nice pass over and a layup. No good. Rebound by Johnson up and in.
It's an effort.
Johnson with an offensive rebound. Under a minute to go, 15-0 here.
I thought Adam initially had good defense, but we didn't box out Johnson.
And another timeout called by Coach. Used 3 timeouts in the first quarter, Tom.
Right.
So we'll take time in to hear from another sponsor. This is Lions Basketball on WSLM.
Planning to buy some land or build a new home or maybe put up a fence? Do you know your property line? Are you in a floodplain? When it comes to surveying your property, call someone you can trust with years of experience. That's McAllister Land Consulting. Call 812-274-0860, providing fast, friendly service at reasonable rates. McAllister Land Consulting can provide a wide range of services, including residential and commercial certified land surveys, flood elevation certificates, and land usage consulting. Get to know your property. Call McAllister Land Consulting for a free quote today at 812-274-0860.
WSLM. Seymour calling out for a quick lead, 15-0 here with 51.3 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Well, it started slow, and then they've kind of found their pace. And we shot 3 times, maybe twice.
I think 3 shot attempts.
3 shot attempts.
Let's see if Salem can get on the scoreboard in this possession. Adam Mull with the ball now. Gets it over to Shockey. Just good, solid man-to-man defense by the Owls, but very fundamentally sound. You can tell Coach Manziel's another steal. Close to stolen back by Adam Mull. We've got a scrum on the floor. Finally, we're going to have a jump ball. That's going to be the Lions basketball.
This isn't Adam's first time of being in a scrum, being a quarterback on the football team. He's tough. He can handle it.
33.9 to go.
Him and number 3 is kind of going at it a little bit.
So the inbound now gets it back to Shockey. There's a high screen by Bruff, and they are doubling out top when every time picks the ball up. Mull now dribbles down to the left side.
They're real handsy.
And he just threw that right to number 5. That's Brooks. He's straight up the floor, kicks it out now, number 1. And let's see if Seymour, they're going to hold for 1. 16 to go in this first quarter. Looks like they're going to pitch a shutout in this first quarter against the Lions. There's number 3 with the ball. That's Thompson. Gets it over to Hawkins. Back out to Hart. There's Thompson with it now. Hart got to get a shot up. Gets a 3 at the buzzer. And it goes and it counts. 18-0 after 1 quarter here from Seymour High School. The Owls with a commanding lead over the Lions after 1. We'll be right back for the start of the second quarter. This is Lions basketball on WSLM.
McDonald's Gymnasium for tonight's game. It's time to introduce the starting lineup. And the crowd is on their feet, and they're going wild. And here comes the new players. We've got the premium quarter pounders coming in tonight, alongside those chicken classic sandwiches. Playing forward tonight, we have got one-of-a-kind McWrap. Guarding New Hunger, it looks like we've got McDouble and McChicken coming in. And starting in the center court tonight will be Big Mac. Look on the sideline, folks. We have Chicken McNuggets steering tonight alongside those golden delicious fries. Hot and always ready. You'll score points every time you bring the family into Salem McDonald's, right here on Main Street, before or after the game. Don't forget to top off your favorite meal with a cold soft drink, that famous Mickey D's sweet tea, or something from their full line of smoothies and McCafe coffee drinks. Order inside from 4 a.m. to 11, or get that one-of-a-kind taste 24 hours at the drive-thru. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
And we're back here to start this second quarter. Seymour 18, Salem 0 after 1 quarter here from Seymour High School. Looking at the stat sheet here, not a lot of stats for the Lions, Tom. Lions 0 for 3 from the field, only 3 shot attempts in that first quarter. Turnovers, Lions commit 4 in that first quarter. No scoring for the Lions, so we really can't give you an update on that. No. The Owls are led, of course, by Brooks. He has 10 of their 18. Seymour with the first possession in this second quarter. Salem's going to turn up a little bit of defensive pressure. Looks like trying to trap, a 2-3 trap.
2-3 trap.
And there's Brooks.
He walked on that.
And he lays it in.
Did he not walk?
I thought he might have there. It was
kind of one of those, rail on the officials, but he kind of walked, I think.
They're turning the pressure up on Shockey. They're just pushing him around out there. And that ball's going to be thrown out of bounds off of the Owls, so Salem's going to retain possession.
Every time they see our two guards,
It's like
at the top,
it's like blood in the water.
yeah, it's like a shark, just sensing blood.
Shockey going to throw it in now. He gets it into Alberson way in the backcourt, almost underneath the Owls' basket. He got on the other end.
Kind of got his feet tangled there for a minute.
There's Dean with the ball now. Lloyd with it now. He's trapped. Gets it over to Braxton. Braxton throws up a shot off the glass. Got it. What are we going to have here? We're going to
call charge.
That's going to be an offensive foul on Dean. So that basket is not going to count. That's going to be the second foul on the line of the team. That's the first on Dean.
That's Braxton's Spurgeon.
Coach Nice not happy at all over on the sideline for the Lions. 20-0 here. Not good. 7:15 to go in this first half. Seymour with the basketball in the lead. There's Hawkins with it now. Throws it out of bounds. Knocked off the Salem. It's going to be Seymour basketball. You know, I'm impressed with Seymour's spacing on offense, and I'm impressed with their position. I'm impressed with their positioning on defense.
And not a lot of dribbling.
No.
A lot of passing, a lot of movement on the pass.
There's a give and go right back, and an
that's
easy
the fourth time that play's worked.
Easy layup by Brooks. 22-0. Here's Seymour all over the Lions tonight.
Brooks is having a field day
at Seymour High School. Dean with the ball now. Alberson. Salem only put up 4 shots in this game. KJ, there's the ball knocked away quickly by the Owls. There's Hart down the floor, right back to Hawkins. He lays it up and in. Excuse me, that was Johnson. Then there's a steal by the Owls, and it's stolen back, and a foul called on Thompson. 24-0 here. That's 3 touchdowns and a field goal by my count. 6:37 to go in this 24-0 first half. Lions with a goose egg here. KJ going to inbound it, and Seymour showing a little full court press, but they back off.
It's token, it's mild.
They're definitely looking to trap, and that's going to be an offensive foul call on KJ. He threw the hip out there.
Yeah, he did.
A lot of frustration out there now, and I can understand why. You know,
I do too. 100%.
Seymour just looking like a really good team here, and I don't know if so much that or just the Lions aren't just playing they're just not playing very well.
We look like we haven't played in a while.
Yeah, I think there's some rust for sure. There's the ball now to Johnson. Opposite, there's a long three in the air. No good. Rebound by Brooks. He throws it back out to Harp. Quickly to Thompson now. There's Frisk. Underneath, strong layup miss. That was a gimme there that Johnson missed, and a rebound by KJ. So Lions hit a bucket for us. A chance here to go on the scoreboard. There's Shockey with the ball now. There's Mull. KJ way out high. Thought about 3. Got Jackson underneath. Throws it up. And it's going to be...
Yeah, he got it. He's
going to count that back.
Yeah, he looked like he counted it.
Wait a minute. He didn't. That's going to be an offensive foul.
What?
Yeah, he called an offensive foul on Braxton Dean, and I don't know about that. He's not real sure with his calls. He's not...
Well, they've looked at each other a few different times, like, what are we going to call?
There's Hart with the ball now. There's a long 3 in the corner, good. Fritz with the 3. 27-0 now. Seymour with the lead over the line. 5:43 to go in this first half. Shockey with the ball now. And he breaks the timeline between the legs with the left hand. Penetrates. And ball number 4, turnover against the Lions. And Adam Mull with the frustration foul there. That's going to be 2 on Adam. 5:29 to go in this first half here from Seymour High School. 27-0. Seymour with a commanding lead here over the line. Coach Nice used 3 of his timeouts in that first quarter. Not that I think they're going to need them for a close game situation. Maybe not in this particular game.
No, I don't think.
You know, just trying to stop that momentum a little bit there and
stop the bleeding
and kind of get the Lions dialed back in. But Salem just a lot of offensive woes tonight.
Yeah, we've been overwhelmed.
There's another shot from the exact same spot. That time Frisch missed. And a defensive rebound by Evan Lloyd.
Evan Lloyd on the board.
Up quickly to Shockey. And back to Alberson now. 5 minutes to go in this first half here. Salem looking for its first basket of the game. Alberson now throws up a shot, blocked away by Brooks, and here comes Brooks down the floor. Once he gets in the dribble, throws it up, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Brooks.
You know, they were hesitant on that, and And was it Jackson Bruff for that position?
No, that was Shockey.
Shockey had
Nice
position
job
for
there.
a long time. They kind of looked at each other like, what are we doing? I'm talking about the officials. And they finally gave the signal.
It's going to be the second foul on the Owls in this second quarter. Salem with 4, so one more, and the Owls will be in double bonus. 4:50 to go in this opening half here. No, almost another turnover. Salem real sloppy, and there's the ball knocked out of bounds. KJ shot a 3, and Johnson went up and knocked that ball out of bounds. Showing he's got some hops. Yeah, showing some
Johnson can jump.
4:41 to go. Evan Lloyd's going to inbound underneath the Lions basket. See if the Lions can get a shot up here.
Got something set up for Albertson. No, we got to get it in, boys.
Throws it way back. KJ's going to retrieve it. Kicks it over there, Albertson. I thought he might have took that three, but he passed on it and over to Shockey now.
You know, you really, I mean, I don't want to say shoot bad shots, but you really, it's not going to hurt anything to shoot.
Lions have yet to get to the line. There hasn't been a free throw in this basketball game yet, I don't think, Tom. There's KJ going to the basket. Got it.
Got a bucket.
27-2 now. KJ gets on the board. And
good take by the big guy.
Gets the Lions on the board. So almost quarter and a half without a basket. And there's almost a steal.
No, they got it back.
Kicks it out. Tharp with a long three. No good. Rebound tipped back. And retrieved by Hawkins. He gets it back out to Harp. Then back down to Hawkins. Salem in a one. Looks like they're in a 2-3 now. There's Brooks. Brooks catches it underneath and nobody
living on the baseline.
Salem with a double team trap now. There's Brooks. Kicks it out. Seymour really patient here. Passed up several easy shot attempts there. And the ball's going to be kicked.
You know, I just counted 5 passes without a dribble. That's pretty disciplined basketball.
And, you know, something we talked about, Tom, that I remember one of my very first basketball coaches saying, basketballs hate to be dribbled. It hurts them. Yeah. They like to be passed. They like to be shot. Yeah.
Good point.
And the game this day and age is all about dribble.
Well, it's about one-on-one sets and, guys taking their man to the basket.
Yeah, you're right. Seymour, the ball doesn't touch the floor much. They are very disciplined on
kind of old school passing the basketball.
The old way. There's an offensive rebound now. There's Johnson. In the lane, throws up an easy 5-footer. Got it. He was almost too open. He looked around to see if there was a defender, and he thought, hey, I might as well shoot it, and he hits it.
He had missed one a minute ago.
And there's a foul on Fritz against the Owls. That's going to be
they're calling that on KJ.
Called another offensive foul. Wow, that's going to be 5 on the Lions now. That's a player control foul.
So no free throws.
No free throws. So another turnover against the Lions. An opportunity wasted for a shot attempt, and those have been very rare tonight for the Lions.
Very true.
29-2 now. There's Harp with the ball now. Salem extending that trap a little bit, see if they can make something happen. They get a turnover. Albertson with the ball now. He's cut off. Back out to Shockey. And Wolf's going to take a long three short. And a rebound quickly there by Albertson. Good board ball up. And they call block on the Owls.
On the Owls. Called it on Harp. Harp on the block.
That's going to be his first and the third on the Owls.
Mac Longmire is coming into the game for the Owls.
2:49 to go in this first half. Seymour 29, Salem 2. In a game that the Lions have just never got on track. Just totally looked totally out of sync on the offensive end. And then, Brooks started on fire there for the Owls, scoring their first 8 points, and they were all just gimmies underneath where he worked that baseline.
Yeah, same play, scored 8 points on the same play.
Ball knocked out of bounds by the Owls. Salem's going to retain possession. Shockey's going to throw it in on the sideline.
We got Mike Shockey up in the crowd yelling at the officials.
And Shockey, I like Seymour's strategy. They don't guard the inbounder on the side. I like that. And there's an easy layup missed by the Owls. And we're going to have a foul called on, I believe it's going to be on Bruff, I think. If it is, that's going to be free throws for the Owls. And it is on Bruff. That's going to be free throws. That's the first free throws of this basketball game, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you might be right. Let's look.
So Nate Frisch is going to be at the line. He's a 5'10 junior. And he's got a couple of threes on the baseline. First free throw of the game is good by the Owls, 30-2. 2:42 to go in this first half. One more now. Fridge. Not a lot to be excited about tonight on really either side. He
pretty much just watching.
31-2 now, 2:40 to go in this first half. Shockey going to bring it up against Hawkins. He breaks the timeline. And over to Auburn now. Turnover off of Auburn's hands and out of bounds. Another turnover against the Lions. That was just an unforced turnover. Carson just didn't look it into his hands all the way, and it just falls out right in front of Coach Mann on the Seymour bench. They went back in that 2-3 now. They're not doing any ball trapping now out high.
Just kind of laying back in the zone,
Yeah, just kind of playing. Number 11 into the game now. That is Longmire. Chris, nice drop step.
He split two guys and just went in for a little 10-footer.
33-2. Seymour with the lead. 2 minutes to go in this first half here. Shockey with the ball now. He breaks the timeline. Ripping it off his foot, but going to get it back. People they're good defense, just really good fundamental, positioning.
They remind me of Bedford when I played. Bedford was like that, just real sticky man-to-man, very physical, use their body a lot, moved you on the floor where they wanted you to go.
1:35 to go. Salem having trouble getting a shot off here against this really good man-to-man defense. Turnover. Steal on a foul. Oh, going to step out of bounds there. He stole it, and then he stepped out of bounds. Chris just took it right away from Lloyd.
Took it away from Lloyd, yeah.
Lloyd turned his head away, and Chris just snatched it out of his hand.
Grabbed it. Yeah, I've seen that. Just
Shockey going to inbound it now. And we
they're going to get number 4, I hope.
No, they called it on Jackson Breath. That's 3 player control fouls on this end of the floor that have been called against the Lions.
I'm not sure what happened.
Coach Nice is just really up there, and I don't blame him.
I don't blame him at all. I'm sitting here,
this
is on our end of the floor, and I'm not trying to be, anti-official tonight, but they're up 33-2, and they're calling a tic-tac. That's tic-tac. That affects the play, and I don't know.
Chris with the ball now gets the number 4. Urshester in the game. He just checked in, so a couple of substitutions here for the Owls. Hawkins down, kicks it over to number 11. That's Longmire. Back over to Fridge. Quick it in number 4. Back out to Hawkins. Nice ball movement. Line just
very good ball movement.
1 minute to go. Frisch, long 3. Got it. That's just target practice out there.
They're just spotting up and shooting. They got good shooters. They're moving the ball, making the zone work, and they're just finding the creases and making shots.
36-2. Shockey throws it up. Got it.
Nice move by Shockey.
36-4. Salem on the board there. That's Shockey's first basket. Took it to the goal there, nice and strong. And got an easy layup out of it. Seymour's probably going to hold for one here.
I'd say, yeah.
36-4. 30 seconds to go, and Lions going to come out and put a little bit of pressure on the ball here, just to make them have to dribble a little bit or pass it. I'd say it's going to be number 2. I'd say number 2 is going to be their option for the last shot of this.
He's the shooter because
they're going to run him off the screen here. They're just going to set him up here on the right side.
Number 3 and number 1's not in it.
There's 33 with the jump shot. And then that no good. Rebound by Bruff. There's 5 to go. Shockey 2 throws up a half quarter. Almost got it. Almost banked it in. Nice effort there. So that's the way the first half ends. 36-4. Seymour with a big lead over the Lions here at Seymour High School. We'll be right back here with our halftime show. This is Lions basketball on WSLM. Stand by for the Meadowview Healthcare halftime report. Meadowview Healthcare halftime report from Seymour High School. Salem trailing the Seymour Owls 36-4 in a first half that I don't know that we've seen a half of basketball like this time. I haven't seen a half like that in a long time.
It's been a minute for me.
Salem put a goose egg up in the first quarter.
Yeah,
it was 18-0 after 1. So this game's been a football score. I like this to be throughout. Salem did score 4 points there in that second quarter, trailing here by 32 here over the Owls. We got some statistics here. Lions 2 of 9 from the field overall. 0 of 4 from the three-point line. Shockey has 2 and KJ has 2. That rounds out the scoring for the Lions. 13 turnovers in that first half against the Lions. 3 turnovers for the Owls. They were led by Brooks. He had 14. Krish had 10. Tarp had 3. Thompson had 3. Johnson had 6. Owls are 15 to 26 from the field. They were 4 of 7 from 3. So only 2 free throws attempted in the ball game, and that was by the Owls. So for a game that has been dominated by one team in pretty much every every category, not a lot of free throws shot here.
No, well, Seymour's moving the basketball so well. They're not really driving. We're in the zone, and we're the man-to-man defense. There's so much pressure. We're 9 shots. We've hardly taken it to the basket.
Owls out-rebound the Lions 11 to 5, but the telling stat there is the offensive rebounds. The Owls with 7 offensive rebounds, the Lions with 1. So a lot of second chance points there for the Owls.
And they're 57.7% from the floor. 26 field goal attempts.
Yeah, the Lions attempt 9. Only 9 attempts in 24 minutes of basketball there. So the Lions got some work to do here in the second half. This is the Meadowview Healthcare halftime report. This is youth night here. Speaking of youth night, looks like youth night for the Seymour Owls here. They've got a lot of their youth players being brought out on the floor and being recognized for their hard work, just as we will have, Tom, at home against the Crawford County Wolfpack on February 25th. That's at Brooks Memorial, so make sure you come out. We're going to take our first time out of this halftime report. We'll be right back. This is Lions basketball on WSLM.
Joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
And we're back here on the Meadowview Healthcare halftime report. Seymour 36, Salem 4 in halftime. Here from Seymour High School. Halftime show continues here for the homestanding Owls. It's youth night here on Lloyd E. Scott Gymnasium. Tom, let's talk about a guy that means a lot to the tradition of Salem Lions basketball and to the history of WSLN radio, and a dear friend of both of ours. He's probably my mentor in a lot of aspects in life. Some of those we won't talk about on the air. We can't say. But John Wood was just a one-of-a-kind individual who loved Salem High School. He loved Salem athletics, and he especially loved Salem Lions basketball. And just a dear friend. And from the time I was old enough to listen to Lions basketball, it was always John Wood and Glenn Sumner for a long time. Glenn did the color and the stats, and John had enough color for both of them when it came to the commentary. But and I hope that Becky is smiling where she's at right now, because John was a very precious commodity when it came to Lions basketball and to just being at WSLM. He was just a stalwart there for a lot of years.
John, I got to tell this story. I want to say they were a Paoli, and he had set up, and apparently he had got in the wrong spot. And the broadcasters for Paoli came over and said, "You guys got to move," and kind of got a little smart with John. And they started the game, and they'd played a few minutes, and John looked at, I don't know if it was Glenn Summers or who it was that was helping him, and he said, "Watch this." And he reached over real slow, and he unplugged them. And they were scrambling around, touching dials, but he had unplugged them. And I thought that was a classic John Wood story. And I worked with John for 3 years at Transwestern Publishing Company, and John has the greatest stories. I just love John Wood.
Well, yeah,
great announcer.
Yeah, he was a very good announcer. I think he was very underrated as an announcer because John knew everything about the game of basketball. He knew a lot of people, and he knew a lot of people, and he could just he could draw you into that game with his voice on the radio just by the enthusiasm. Or, you know, you could feel what was going on in the game through his voice. And John was a very dear family friend of my family.
Yes.
I've known him since I was born, and I was in his house a lot, and he was in my house a lot. And his two children, April and John David.
Yes.
I grew up with them, and just a lot of experiences in life. It was one of my dad's best friends, and they hung out a lot.
Yes, they did.
They hung out a lot of time, and I was lucky enough to be involved in some of those because I was a tag-along, and my dad took me on a lot of those excursions and a lot of those adventures, and learned a lot about a lot of things.
Life lessons.
And I was so blessed to be able to know him, and probably one of the highlights of my broadcasting career, if you want to call it a broadcasting career, was I believe that I think Bubba and Jason were doing the games at that time, and both of them were not able to attend. It was a Bedford game. It was on the road. And Becky called me and said, hey, can you fill in? And let's see if John will go with you. And so John and I got to go to Bedford High School and do a boys varsity basketball game up there.
That was an honor.
And it was a huge honor. And John did the color and stats for me, and I did the play-by-play. And it was just an incredible experience, and it made it even more special to be in the house of, the Damon Bailey built, so to speak, and, Bedford High School, just a lot of, history there in that high school gymnasium, and it was just it was a great honor. It was a great ride up, and it was a great ride home, and the Lions didn't win that night, but it was still just an amazing experience, something that I'll never forget.
John could paint a picture, and that's what made him so good, is he could paint a picture of the game, and you could close your eyes and visualize what was going on. I listened to his voice. He had a great radio voice.
So that's one of the things that we strive to do every time that we go on the air. We want to try to.
Those are big shoes to fill.
They are, and we won't fill them, but we want to try to honor that legacy and do the best job that we can for John and for all the broadcasters that have come before us. I mean, you got Bubba Abbott and Jason Petmeyer.
There's another legend, Bubba and Jason both.
Yeah, and Donnie Bruff did the game for a long time, and I helped Donnie on and off for a few years. I would do stats and color for Donnie, and of course Donnie's no longer with us, but Donnie was a treat too. He was a unique individual, and a lot of interesting car rides to away games with Donnie Bruff. So I've been blessed to be exposed to a lot of different types of characters, we'll call them.
And John Woods and his Pepsi.
Yeah, John always liked to have a Pepsi.
He liked to have a Pepsi.
Yeah, he liked to have a Pepsi. But, never a dull moment.
No.
Whenever John Woods was around. And my dad, I don't know if he's listening tonight, but he's one of the world's greatest pranksters anyway. And so you get John Wood and you get Mike Pennington together, things are happening.
Well, when I worked with John, Roger, he asked me one day, they needed a partner to go golf. And it was your dad and John Woods, and I think John Welch was the other guy's name. And I said, yeah, I'll go, John. And I got educated that day, that's for sure. And it was a blast. I never laughed so hard in my life. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I've never seen guys that were scratch golfers had a hard time getting off the tee. But they had the best club in the bag, which was called the foot wedge. That's what my dad, you get that foot wedge out, and if you're under a tree or a step, you get the foot wedge out. So.
And your dad, John, of course, you could tell they were really good buddies, and they were going at it back and forth all day. Just going at each other, in fun and sportsmanship. But I laughed so hard.
Okay, back to seriousness here. This is the Meadowview Healthcare Halftime Report on Lions Basketball. We'll be right back after the short timeout.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
And we're back here on the Meadowview Healthcare Halftime Report. Lions basketball on the home of the Salem Lions, WSLM, 36-4. Seymour with a commanding lead over the Lions here at halftime. And we're about a minute and 30 seconds to go before the start of the second half. The Lions come back out onto the court after halftime. And, you know, I would like to have been in the locker room just to see, you know, I don't think Coach Knight probably did a lot of yelling and screaming because, you know, I think he's trying to show some calm here. This obviously hasn't went the Lions' way here tonight. They're having a lot of offensive struggles. But, you know, I think Coach Knight is even keel enough. He's going to show that professionalism and show that calmness and come out and say, guys, we got another half to play. Let's clear the scoreboard. Let's go out and just kind of give a much better performance and a little more energy and effort. I think that's very flat. I think that's what he's going to be looking for. Yeah. Lions, who's giving the energy and the effort and has a good attitude. Yeah, Lions just look really flat. And I think, and you know, Tom, you and I talked about this on the ride up here. Lions haven't played in about, I think, 12 days. And, well, actually more than that. Today's, what, the 14th? So the Lions last played on, I think, December the 29th. So almost a full 2 weeks the Lions have been off here. And you can see some rust. You can see it looks like it's been 2 weeks. Yeah, you can see some rust. And I know that they practiced throughout that because a lot of these kids are on the baseball team. So I keep the communication with them, and I know they were in the gym working. It's not like they took 2 weeks off, but you know that's a long stretch in the middle of the season where you're used to playing a couple of times a week, and then you're off 2 weeks. So let's see how the Lions react here and come out in this third quarter and get off to a good start here. And this has been the Middleview Healthcare halftime report, and we're going to get this second half underway here from Seymour High School, 36-4. Seymour all over the Lions here tonight. And we'll see if the Lions send starters back out, and they are not. Adam and KJ are going to start this second half. And Salem's going to get the opening possession here. Just underway here. Shockey with the ball now. Seymour in man-to-man. Peyton picks his dribble up, and instantly Frisch is on him. There's a turnover. Yep. Johnson with it. 3-on-2. Nice bounce pass to Frisch. Layup. No good. Another offensive rebound by Johnson. Long three in the air. No good. Another rebound by Brooks. Knocked out of bounds. That's going to be Salem basketball, I believe. These officials aren't very aggressive. No, they pointed towards us, but they gave the ball to Seymour. Yeah. It's going to be Seymour basketball, and I think that's the right call. But yeah, I think so. They pointed the wrong way. There's an easy inbound to Frisch underneath the basket. Gets it to Brooks. Back out to Hart now and back over to Frisch. Salem in the 2-3 zone, 36-4. Seymour with the lead over the Lions. 7:30 to go, just underway in this third quarter here from Seymour High School. There's Hart now on the baseline. Shot fake, foul out of ball. That's his third. Yeah. Didn't take long, did it? You know, Seymour does. They just seem to be in the right place at the right time, and everything they do, there's no wasted movement. You know, there's no wasted energy. Every movement has a purpose. We call it fundamentally sound. There's Frisch with it now. And they're very strong. Back over to Hart. And back over to Frisch. Seymour very patient. The ball finally touched the first time it touched the floor. Brooks took one bounce. There's Frisch with the ball now. Back over to Thompson, back to Frisch. And they're really trying to get that ball to Brooks, and they do. He's on the baseline, jump shot. No good. No good. That's a rare miss. Yeah, they're starting a little cold. And a rebound by Evan Lloyd for the Lions. So if the Lions can get a shot attempt up here, and there's another turnover. And a good, that probably could have been a foul on Peyton, but they don't call it. Brooks with the ball now. And there's Johnson. He's going to lay it up and in. And one. That's how it's going to be on KJ. KJ got him down. Yeah, I'll tell you, Johnson is a big, strong-looking player. He is a physical-looking kid. Big kid, strong, and when he's around the basket, athletic. Yeah, he's on the ball when he's around the basket. He's going to get a chance here to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. The Lions have yet to shoot a free throw in this basketball game. Only 4 points for the Lions. 6:38 to go in the third quarter. 38-4. We'll have a running clock here if the Owls can extend this lead. One more point puts it to running clock. Johnson missed the free throw, and Adam Mull with the basketball now. He dribbles up top. He's fiddling and diddling and doodling and daddling, as Johnny Most of the Celtics used to say. And KJ on the block now. Johnson guarding him. Frisch with a hand back down there. Nice defense. Back out to Mull now. He goes up out of travel. Got away with it there. Man, their defense is knocked away by Frisch. And a nice give and go right back to Hart. He laid it in. Yep, there's the running clock. Textbook right there on how to put fast break. And that was a 2-on-2 break. There weren't numbers there for the
not at all.
Just a nice job by the cutting hard to get the layup. There's Alverson, kicks it out to Brooks. Long three by Brooks in the air. No good. Rebound by Brooks.
That was a good shot, though.
Gets it up there to Thompson. He's going to slow it up. Alverson cuts him off. There's Fritz. Wide open three. Missed it.
Good.
And rebound by Alverson. He's missed his last two.
Yeah, they started a little cold.
And the ball's going to be taken away there.
Turnover.
Give it up there to Johnson. He goes up and tried another dunk, and he got fouled. He came down hard on his back.
Got fouled, yeah.
He was a little too far under, I think, maybe to go up for that. And I think he's going to be okay. He just kind of came down on that tailbone. I know how that feels. Going to have
They're
to
call
there.
Braxton Dean on a foul and a push.
No, I think they got KJ. They're showing it to KJ. No, it is going to be on Braxton. That's going to be his third. That's 3 fouls on the Lions in this third quarter, and Braxton, pretty good sportsmanship there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional. He was going up to try to block the shot.
He didn't do anything dirty or intentional on that play.
And Braxton extended the hand, and
yeah, their coach is wanting an intentional foul, but he did not do anything intentional.
So we're going to have free throws here.
Number 4, they're substituting number 4, which is Hunter Seher.
He is a 6'2 junior. He's going to come in and shoot the free throws for Johnson.
This is his moment in the sun.
Yeah, off the bench, cold here.
Cold off the bench to see what he's got.
40-4 score here. And he missed the first one.
Well long.
And we have a full timeout called by Coach Nice at the 5:30 mark, 40-4. We'll take time in to hear from another one of our sponsors. This is Lions basketball on WSLM.
Drew and Johnson Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance is committed to protecting your dream home so that your family has a place to share laughs, celebrations, and milestones, which is why their new homeowner discount rewards customers who have purchased a new home in the last 3 years with a discount on their homeowner's policy. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated at 812-277-1400 today.
Discount and savings amounts and eligibility will vary. Some restrictions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, its operating company, 6,000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're good at insurance. But not just any insurance. We're good at...
No.
Did you forget the parking brake? Yes, you forgot the parking brake. Insurance. When the forecast calls for cheese ball fight tail insurance. Even shouldn't have parked under that tree. Insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Call your Washington County Farm Bureau agent, Jason Petmeyer, today at 812-620-8923.
And we're back here after that full timeout called by Salem. One more free throw for Ernst Cheshire. He missed the first. Second one in the air, and he got that one. And we have a substitution. Johnson right back in now. So I think the timeout kind of helped a little bit there for him to gather himself, and he's going to be back in the game.
I'd say Johnson's not a very good free throw shooter.
41-4. We got a running clock coming here. And another substitution. I don't think they're going to let him do that. They're taking Johnson back off the floor. They're going to make him wait for the first whistle, I'm assuming.
Probably.
So Mull with the ball now. We're going to have a running clock here, 41-4. Seymour all over the line. Nice give and go to KJ. And he laid it up.
There we go.
41-6.
Good feed by Braxton Dean.
That's KJ's fourth point. Lions leading scorer tonight. Seymour with the basketball with a big lead over the Lions. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter here from Seymour High School. Lions in that 2-3 zone now. There's Brooks, catches it. I'll tell you, they've worked that baseline better than anybody I've seen this year.
All year long.
Which is a nice, they just know how to get to that short corner.
And, man, they're just burning that up.
43-6 now. Seymour with the lead over the Lions. Alverson with the ball, picks his dribble up. Nearly thrown away. There's KJ, long.
Get in there, short.
Rebound by Frisch. There's Thompson with it now. They had Brooks.
That was a good shot, though, by KJ.
There's Brooks again on the baseline. And ball knocked away by Braxton Dean. Good job, Braxton. Cut that pass off. We got substitutions here. It's going to be Hawkins checking in and Johnson back in for the Owls now. So Thompson's going to inbound under the Owls basket. Clock is running here, 43-6.
They're taking extra time. That's an old trick.
Get it into Hawkins. Back around to Thompson.
Letting it run.
And Seymour going to be patient here. Hawkins with the ball now, dribbles over, kicks it back over to Thompson. Looking for Brooks underneath. There's Johnson at the elbow right on the baseline there again. That baseline. And Sark pulls it back out.
Something that I think would help is if when they run the baseline, we bump them a little bit.
Yeah, we're not
them off their path.
Yeah, you have to redirect those cutters. Yeah. You got to get that arm bar out there and try to push those guys a little bit. There's another give and go right to Brooks and he laid it in.
They get it to the top of the key. They look opposite. And Brooks is running the baseline, and it's a layup.
For a big guy, Johnson's a very good passer. Very good. He has a lot of assists from that center position to Brooks. There's Braxton Dean now, spin move, give and go, and turnover tipped away there, and retrieved by Dean. Got the Bruff, layup good.
Got it.
45-8 now. 3 minutes to go in this third quarter here. And there's Brooks with it. He's going to pull it back out. Salem looks like going to man-to-man here.
Man-to-man.
And there's Thompson. There's a nice jump shot. Good. Didn't take long there. Just come off a ball screen.
Nice player.
Yeah,
nice player. Not good shooter.
Come off a ball screen there and a little easy 14-foot jump shot. KJ with the ball now. And it's going to be nearly stolen away. Picks his dribble up. He's going to have a jump ball, I'm assuming. We are, and that's going to be Seymour basketball.
You know, KJ did everything right on that, but he brought it down to his knees.
47-8.
You know, keep it high.
Clock's running here. And Seymour's going to have the basketball. Thompson going to bring it up. Salem's going to stay in man-to-man defense here. And that's over now to Urshesher. He's back in the game. There's Johnson with the ball. Back out to Thompson. There's Brooks. Once again on the baseline. Kicks it back out now to Johnson. Hawkins. Ball hadn't touched the floor yet.
No, hadn't.
Still hasn't touched the floor. There's one dribble. Gets it back to Brooks. And then back out to Thompson. Good patience here by the Owls. Ball's thrown over to Urshesher. Now back out to Johnson. KJ going to back way off him.
Go let him shoot.
Yeah, his game's not out on the perimeter.
It's dribble drive.
Yeah, he's a guy that just makes his living around the basket. Using that physicality that he's got. And those ups. He's got some ups on him.
He can jump. Yeah, you're right about that.
There's Thompson now. Come off that screen there. Nice screen by Hawkins. Thompson couldn't get the shot off. Good job by Alderson to close him off. Right back on that baseline, and there's the layup. Good.
Hawkins.
That's just a clinic on how to run that.
Man, somebody will get a film on this and just watch it because it's very good.
49-8. 1 minute to go here in this third quarter. And we got a timeout called, I'm assuming. We do have a timeout. And that'll be Salem's final timeout at the 1 minute mark in the third quarter. It's 49-8. Seymour over the Lions. Full timeout. We'll take time in to hear from a sponsor. This is Lions basketball on WSLM.
If you're looking for a church in the area, try Turning Point Church at 899 West McLean Avenue in Scottsburg. Come see Pastor John Jackson and the congregation at Turning Point, a place of second chances and new beginnings. Regular services are on Sundays at 10 a.m., Tuesday prayer time at 7 p.m., and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Check them out on Facebook, YouTube, or online at turningpointchurchscottsburg.com for upcoming events, class times, and more. You can also catch Pastor John on WSLM 97.9 FM and WSLM 1220 AM each Sunday morning at 8:15 a.m. Also, Turning Point will be having a food giveaway for the community on January 6th and 20th from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. or until the food runs out.
Back here at Seymour High School, 49-8. Seymour all over the Lions tonight. Some new faces coming into the game for the Owls, I believe. There's number 10 going to check back in. Number 11, that's Longmire. Salem's going to have the basketball here after the timeout. Shockey going to inbound, and he gets it into Braxton Dean.
That was a good save by Braxton.
And they are just all over Peyton. Number 11, Longmire, really safeguarding him. There's KJ, step back three, no good. In and out. Rebound by Hawkins. Seymour, they're not looking to push at all. They're very, very deliberate on what they want to do. There's Hawkins with the ball now. Thought about going underneath there. There's number 33 into the game. That's a new Nolan Bartles. He's a 6'3 junior.
Did he play in the JV game?
I think he might have played a quarter.
I think so.
He's a nice-looking 6'3 forward there. They're using him to set some ball screens. He's posting up KJ now. They won't get it to him. 20 seconds to go here. Seymour going to hold for one. Up by 41.
He's a Brian Sloan type player that played at IU.
Sloan. Man, there's a rare miss. Thompson had a nice layup. That was just a bunny he missed there. Kind of a gimme. 4 seconds to go. Shockey with the ball. Going to have to get a shot up. Braxton Dean got it at the buzzer. Braxton Dean on the scoreboard. And that's the way this third quarter is going to end. 49-10. Seymour with a commanding lead over the line. We'll be back for this fourth and final quarter. This is Lions basketball on WSLM.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Do you wonder what it would be like to live without hip or knee pain? Joint replacement at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine makes it easier than you think. Schneck is proud to be one of the first in the region to offer Mako robotic arm-assisted joint replacement surgery. This latest advancement transforms the way joint replacements are performed. Mako allows your surgeon to provide you with a personalized surgical experience based on your specific diagnosis and anatomy. This means less soft tissue damage and greater bone preservation, less blood loss, less pain, fewer days in the hospital, and faster recovery. Taking a walk, riding a bike, and playing with your grandchildren. These are just a few of them.
Okay, we're back here to start this fourth quarter. Ball's going to be kicked. Nearly another turnover on the line. Longmire was all over Shockey there. Got his foot out there and got in the passing lane. And
Longmire's pretty thick-built little kid. He's a little young man. He looks pretty strong, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Not very tall, but he's strong.
Man, he knocked it again away from Peyton. Real quick hands by the Owls, and they understand passing angles and how to get the hands into those passing lanes.
And one thing that we've gotten in a bad habit is we pick our dribble up. We get it across the timeline and we pick our dribble up.
We either dribble too much or we just pick it up.
Did it right then.
KJ with the ball now. This is going to be a running clock here, folks. Seymour with a big lead over the line. Man, that's going to be a foul.
Looks like he's in the act of shooting.
I think they're going to call it on the floor. That's going to be the first of this fourth quarter. Foul is on number one. That's Hart. And Line's going to throw it in. Got another foul away from the ball on number two, Fritsch, for the Owls. So two quick fouls on the Owls here to start this fourth quarter. Salem yet to be at the free throw line, Tom. Overall, Lions are 5 of 15 from the field. Only 15 shot attempts in three quarters. Not a terrible
start putting them up.
Yeah, not a terrible shot. I mean, 33% is not good, but when you only score 10 points, it doesn't sound as bad.
You're down 39. What's it going to hurt?
And there's another foul on the Owls. It's on number 4. That's Cheshire.
That's a hard name to say.
It is. And that's going to be his second.
Hunter Cheshire.
So 3 quick fouls on the Owls here to start this fourth quarter. Lions look like they might shoot some free throws here finally.
Let's hope.
With the double bonus coming up here with 2 more fouls. KJ had a 3, passed it up. Back to Alverson now. With sticky man-to-man defense here by the Owls. And
he's going to go to the line.
That's going to be the fifth. That's going to be the 5th foul of this quarter. And they call that foul on number 11. And Coach Mans wants a 30-second timeout. And we'll take time in to hear from the sponsor. This is Lions basketball on WSON.
Planning to buy some land or build a new home or maybe put up a fence? Do you know your property lines? Are you in a floodplain? When it comes to surveying your property, call someone you can trust with years of experience. That's McAllister Land Consulting. Call 812-274-0860. Providing fast, friendly service at reasonable rates. McAllister Land Consulting can provide a wide range of services, including residential and commercial certified land surveys, flood elevation certificates, and land usage consulting. Get to know your property. Call McAllister Land Consulting for a free quote today at 812-274-0860.
Back here after the timeout called by Seymour. KJ going to throw it in there in the basket, way back out to Adam Mull. He's going to retrieve it and start this offense here for the Lions. KJ thought about three. Cross court to Albertson. He kicks it over to Shockey. Good defense there by Longmire. Over to Albertson now. Ball nearly taken away. I'll tell you, you're right. Well, guards get it. They are all over us. KJ with it now. Alley-oop pass. Nobody home.
Thought he was going to.
And a turnover on the line.
Get Braxton on it. Braxton wasn't ready for
After 3 quarters, Lions had 18 turnovers, Tom.
18
in this basketball game. That makes number 19. 5 minutes to go in this game, 49-10. Seymour with a big lead over the Lions. There's Longmire. It was crazy, Tom. Seymour's only scored 49 points in this game.
Their defense is so good.
Number 4 with the ball now. Long pass over to Longmire. He's guarded by Adam Mull. Lions yet to commit a foul in this fourth quarter. Jump shot. Man, it rolled out. Tipped around. Finally pulled down by Mull. Adam up the floor. There's Albertson now. He's going to pick the dribble up to Dean. Braxton ball knocked away. Quick hands there by Frisch. Here comes Hawkins. He's going to lay it up. Foul on Mull. That's going to be 4 on Adam and 2 free throws.
That's
here.
A good foul.
For Trayson Hawkins. 5'10" junior. Another really strong-looking athlete for the Owls. And the clock will stop on free throws, but it's going to run on balls that are knocked out of bounds. First free throw by Hawkins is good. Ethan Campbell and Evan Lloyd going to check in for the Lions.
Evan kind of, I don't know if you noticed, he kind of tweaked his ankle a little bit earlier because he set out for a little bit. It looked like he rolled it a little bit.
50-10 now. 40-point lead for the Owls. Second free throw by Hawkins. Good. Got them both. Seymour was 3 of 5 from the line before that, so not a lot of free throws for
Not a lot tonight.
And that would tell me that the Lions, not playing super physical around the basket. No. Nearly turned over again. I'll tell you, Peyton's having a hard time tonight.
He is.
He's having a really hard time with this defensive pressure that the Lions are, encountering from the Owls.
Well, it's being point guard's not an easy job, and you're handling the ball the majority of the time, and he's had a lot of pressure put on him tonight.
And Seymour, like a lot of very physical, they know how to use their bodies very well. There's a high ball screen over to KJ. He's going to put it on the floor, take it up, and he draws contact. It's going to be 2 shots there for KJ. Nice take.
That was a good take by KJ, and he drew contact, and he's going to get a couple free throws, a couple freebies.
First shot attempt with the line tonight for the Lions. And we've struggled to get there. When we've got there, we haven't made a lot of them. So
no, we haven't.
See if KJ can break that trend. He is the Lions' leading scorer. I think he had 6 tonight. And he missed the first. 51-10, 3:55 to go in this ball game.
Got 4.
Correct. And he missed both of them.
Missed both of them.
Not even really close there. Kind of looked like he rushed those free throws. I think Salem might be ready to get on the bus and head south.
Kind of appears to be that way.
51-10. Seymour with a big lead here. There's a nice turn and face and a nice looking Bartle up there. Bartle. I say he caught that and turned and faced and just popped a little 10-foot jump shot there.
Trying to get some playing time.
53-10 now. Lloyd now nearly threw it away. Picked up there by Shockey and Longmire right on him. Trying to make Peyton use that left hand.
That other hand, Joe.
And there's ball thrown away. KJ made an extra pass he didn't need to make. He probably should have shot that ball. There's Frisch. Hangs, throws it up. No good. Tipped it back to Longmire. Longmire with the board. Back over Longmire. Thought about 3. He's going to shoot. Probably traveled there. Throws up a crazy looking shot and a rebound by Shockey. I don't think Longmire's an offensive threat.
No.
He's out there for his defense for sure. Peyton pulls the trigger on 3.
Got it. Shockey. He's in the score.
Caught up 3 there by Shockey. 53-13. Lions get that down to 40. 2:40 to go in this game.
5.
Peyton, and there's another travel. And a block shot out of there by KJ. He said, no way.
Kick it to Shockey.
Peyton over to Lloyd. Lloyd's going to shoot three. No good. And a quick rebound there by Hawkins. 1-on-3. Oh, a nice pass over. And a foul.
I think that's Evans' first shot of the night.
I'll tell you, Hawkins was on the block and had a no-look pass and knew exactly where number 4 was going to be. It's like he had eyes played together.
Yeah. That's what happens when you play together sometime. You're in the second or third grade. You know what your teammates are going to be doing.
And that wasn't really a showboat pass. That was an effective pass to a teammate that draws contact.
Yeah, Wolf's got 5. I said that was his first points, but he's got 5.
Landon Irwin into the game for the Lions along with Noah Links. So we got some JV guys here. They're going to close this out for the Lions. So good opportunity for these guys to get some minutes in a varsity basketball game, and Irwin's going to throw it in. 54-13 now. Alderson with the ball. 2 minutes to go in this game. There's Lloyd with the ball now. Gets it over to Ethan Campbell. Ethan dribbles over. Gets it out top to Noah Links. Noah gets it over to Alderson. Hawkins guarding him. Picks his dribble up and gets it over to Evan Lloyd now. Seymour actually with a few starters in the game. I'm kind of surprised. Irwin throws up a shot, no good.
You know, that should have been a travel.
Yeah.
Number 2 rebounded to fell to the ground, still had possession.
Hawkins there, nice little jab step and easy little shot there.
Clean up now.
Yeah.
56-13.
1:40 to go in this game. Albertson now gets it out to Lloyd. Between the legs, back to Albertson. On the dribble, left-hand dribble. Dribbles down to the left baseline, gets it to Lloyd now. Campbell with the ball, picks his dribble up.
And a pickle.
Campbell's on. There's Albertson. Had to look at a 3 and didn't pull the trigger there. There's Links now. There's Campbell. He dribbles on the baseline.
They're going to call a foul.
He's going to get 2 free throws for Ethan Campbell.
Let's go, Ethan. Make these.
1:13 to go in this game. 56-13. Big lead here for the Owls. And, you know, things don't get any easier for the Lions, Tom. We'll go to Scottsburg on Friday night and then come back home on the 24th against Portland Central. Those are two good basketball teams. And going over to Scottsburg, that's a great environment. Speaking of a great place to go play a game. That's
Charlie Meyer Gymnasium.
That's a great gymnasium. That's where the sectional was at last year. And Campbell gets 1 to 2.
Good job, Ethan.
56-14.
House Jim Bartleyville.
Yeah, and that place will heat up over there, too. Longmire takes it up, and it's blocked away there. I think maybe Links and Lloyd both
got a block.
So good job there by freshman. Alderson let the 3 go good. Alderson hits the 3. 56-17 now. 45 seconds to go. See, I think, Coach Manns is saying, we're not going to take another shot. A lot of class there by Coach Manns.
That is very classy.
And a turnover. So Seymour trying to run the clock out, and they dribble off their foot, and Ethan Campbell gets it. There's Alderson. Back to Lloyd. So Salem's going to get one more shot at night here to close this game out. And there's the double dribble not called. Lloyd, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound by Frisch. And that's the way this one's going to end. 56-17 unless something happens here. They're going to pull it out, obviously. And so just a dominating performance tonight by the Seymour Owls. 56-17 over the Salem Lions. We'll be back for our post-game report. This is Lions basketball on WSLN. Stay tuned for the Papa John's post-game report. And back here on the Papa John's post-game report, the Lions go down to the seats tonight against the Seymour Owls, 56-17 in a game in which the Lions were just completely overmatched.
Very much so.
But you have to give a lot of credit also to the Seymour Owls. Obviously, they look like a very good basketball team. They look much better in their 4-5 record. But obviously, looking at the strength of schedule does determine a lot of what happened in that game tonight. Seymour played a really tough schedule. Play a lot of 4 and 5A, or not 5A, 4A in basketball. They play a lot of 3 and 4A schools. The statistics here for this basketball game, Tom, if you want to go over those.
Yeah, I'll go over them. For Seymour, excuse me, Harp had 7, Frisch 10, Thompson 5, Unersure 2, Brooks 16, Hawkins 6, Johnson 8, and Bartles 2. That rounds out their scoring, which gives Seymour 56 points. For the Lions, Choquette 5, Jackson Bruff 2, Braxton Dean 2, KJ had 4, Carson Albertson 3, and Ethan Campbell had 1, which gives the Lions their 17.
So tough loss here. That's a tough place to come play, obviously.
Yeah,
Salem comes in. They're not, Salem comes in as the underdog in this basketball game. And Seymour just really put on a clinic. I mean, Coach Mann has a very good system here, and the way that they play, I think they'll be a tough team come March whenever sectional time starts, which I know they're in a very difficult sectional, but they're a team that could cause some other teams a lot of trouble.
Coach Seymour definitely.
By the way that they play the game.
Really well coached. They're very fundamental.
Yeah, and that's the thing, there were a lot of times we discussed, the ball never touched the floor, and they end up getting layups.
It looks to me like they're the type of team that you will have to beat them. They will not beat themselves.
And they've got a good combination. They've got a couple of guys that can play that post position really well. Brooks, for sure. And then Johnson, and then they've got Frisch outside that can pop those threes. And they're just a very well-balanced team. They're not a big team. I can see if they run into a team that has a lot of size, they might struggle around the basket. But they're very physical. They don't mind to mix it up with you a little bit, and they got real quick hands on the perimeter.
And, like you said earlier, and this is, something to take note, they space the floor real well. And you could see that if they had a team that, their tallest guys are 6'3", but if they had a team and they were playing a team that had 6'7", 6'8", they're going to space the floor and bring them out on the floor and make them guard by how well they move the ball and how well they play together.
This is the Papa John's postgame report. We'll be right back after a quick timeout.
At Papa John's, we think about variety a lot, especially when it comes to a range of different flavors you can discover with our $9.99 large one-topping pizza deal. With an undefeated lineup of meat and vegetables to choose from and 3 different styles of handcrafted dough, you got to ask yourself, what's it going to be today? Pepperoni, grilled chicken, spinach, thin, New York, original crust? We ran the numbers, and toppings made the pizza. Don't sleep on these options when a large one-topping pizza is only $9.99. Better ingredients, better pizza at Papa John's. Call Reese today at Salem Papa John's at 812-883-3369 or collect Papa Rewards by ordering for delivery or carryout at papajohns.com.
Back here on the Papa John's postgame report, 56-17 Seymour. All over the Lions tonight. I doubt that Coach Nice is going to come up, Tom.
I don't think so.
Being a school night, I'm sure Salem's going to want to get him out of the locker room, get him bussed up, head back south to Salem. Let's talk about the Lions. Their next basketball game is this Friday night, and that's going to be on the road against a good Scottsburg Warrior basketball team at Scottsburg.
Scottsburg, what is their record?
They were right about 500.
I think that's about where they're at.
Yeah, I think they were maybe 4 and 5, kind of like the Owls.
They had higher expectations for them.
Yeah,
at the beginning of the season.
Well, they're the defending 3A state champions, so yeah, a lot of expectations over there. And I know they've not got off to the start that they want to, but that they're not going to be satisfied with where they're at. And with Salem coming in, playing over there, and obviously it's going to be, they're going to be a huge favorite. And it might be a chance for the Lions to come in off of this performance, and we'll see how these kids are going to rebound and kind of wipe the slate clean. You kind of put this in the rear view. You head over to Scottsburg. It's going to be a conference game, just the second conference game for the Lions this year. Going to be heavy conference laden schedule here for the remaining month and a half or so of this basketball season. So yeah. It's going to start over at Scottsburg. Lions are 0-1 in conference, having lost to the Braves. So their first 2 conference games, Tom, against defending state champions. I don't think too many schools can say that.
No. And, that's just that's a rough road to hoe, and that's a hard way to go, but that's unfortunately that's what happened for us this year. And, those guys, your Brownstown and Scottsburg, they're pretty good players, pretty good teams, big players.
We're going to take one more time out here on the Papa John's postgame report. We'll be right back to wrap it up here from Seymour High School.
At Papa John's, we think about variety a lot, especially when it comes to a range of different flavors you can discover with our $9.99 large one-topping pizza deal. With an undefeated lineup of meat and vegetables to choose from and 3 different styles of handcrafted dough, you got to ask yourself, what's it going to be today? Pepperoni, grilled chicken, spinning, thin, New York, original crust? We ran the numbers, and toppings made the pizza. Don't sleep on these options when a large one-topping pizza is only $9.99. Better ingredients, better pizza at Papa John's. Call Reese today at Salem Papa John's at 812-883-3369 or collect Papa Rewards by ordering for delivery or carryout at papajohns.com.
Okay, we're back on the Papa John's postgame report. Salem losing tonight to Seymour Owls on the road, 56-17. The junior varsity game, the junior varsity Lions were also defeated by the junior varsity Owls 47-27 in that basketball game. So I think that brings the junior varsity right. The junior varsity to about 500, Tom.
They're right at it.
They're right at 500.
And I think that game was 21-18 at half.
Yeah, the Lions just did not have a good second half. Those junior varsity Lions did. But once again, you got to give the Owls some credit. They were locked in tonight. And you know, one of the things that I really enjoy now, even though obviously we're all about the Lions. That's our team. But
we're Salem people,
you know, Seymour is a fun. They are a throwback team. The way that they play basketball, I think, reflects their head coach's philosophy. He was in high school in the early '80s and played in the Big Ten against a lot of good basketball teams. And of course, basketball has changed, 100 times since the mid '80s. But his team reminded me of an old Big Ten team.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. That's the way they play.
Fundamentally sound,
it's not. They are kind of an anomaly when you look at basketball, especially at this level, at the 4A level. They are a different looking 4A team than a lot of teams.
They are very different, and they're. I agree with you, Roger. They're going to be a challenge to play later on in the season in the sectional. Even though they won't be a good draw to have for somebody because they're going to be a tough out.
Yeah, I think they're a 6'8" kid away from being.
Yes, they had a big kid to post.
Yeah, they are one 6'8" kid away from being just an outstanding basketball team. But yeah, they are a throwback team. And even though it was, we didn't like the outcome tonight, it was enjoyable to see a team play basketball that's more suited to what we like to see. It's different. It's definitely a different kind of basketball.
They executed well, and they were a fun team to watch.
Okay, that's going to do it for the Papa John's postgame report tonight. We need to give a WSLM player of the game tonight, Tom, and I would say that we're going to give it to Peyton Shockey.
I think it's Shockey.
He was the leading scorer for the Lions.
Got 5 points, yeah.
Leading scorer for the Lions. Had a tough task tonight to go against these senior guards who were very physical.
Right.
And they were all over him all night. So not an easy job for Peyton to have to do tonight.
Not at all.
But he stayed out there and battled and worked hard and was the Lions' leading scorer tonight with 5 points. So WSLM player of the game will be Peyton Shockey. So we will be back on the air this Friday night from Scottsburg High School. Tune in for the John Jones pregame show. That'll be around 7 p.m. after the junior varsity basketball game. So we want to say for Tom Foltz, my partner, once again, appreciate tonight, Tom. We'll have an interesting car ride home. We'll have a lot of things to discuss. And
John Woods.
Yeah. Nice tribute tonight to John Woods. And we're hoping to get a hold of some old tape that we can broadcast some of his more famous calls. We are working on that right now. So, once again, for Tom Foltz, for Becky and Greg, and the entire WSLN family, I'm Roger Pennington saying good night and go Lions.